And Dean, this one looks a very interesting one on paper.
Oh, Palsson's undefeated in the pro ranks. He trains with some top guys, very, very talented fighter.
Hussain starting quickly. Barrage of different kicks, but eats a big right hand. He looks to have his wits about him, Dean, but that was a big right hand, sent him straight down to the canvas early doors.
Hussain very competent off his back. He's got half guard here. He's going to start to think about working to the full guard position. Very savvy with his jiu-jitsu off his back.
Yeah, representing that Hodja Gracie lineage, you're going to expect some excellent jiu-jitsu, but this is a very, very strong crossface here from Palsson. A lot of top pressure coming down on him there, Dean.
Yeah, Palsson's clasped the hands together, using the shoulder to try and get his right leg out of the half guard position. I'd like to see him utilize some strikes here to further disrupt the guard retention of Hussain.
Hussain does well to regain position into a butterfly guard here.
Palsson not shy to engage in the close quarter grappling game. He's got to think about passing the legs, controlling the ankles of Hussain and passing around to the side control position.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't just stood up really after landing that right hand, but as you say, content to play the game of Hussain. Looking to mount here, Hussain does well, but Palsson moves into side control.
And Palsson's got some very active ground and pound from this position. He'll go to the body and go to the head whilst maintaining this top position, but we see him go for the full mount here, but Hussain, again, locking up that quarter half guard.
Yes, savvy customer is Qamar Hussain. Weathering the early storm here from Palsson. Nice little up kick there.
Palsson doing a great job of evading the strikes, and we look to see the Muay Thai skills here of Hussain. Looking for the takedown, but he's got to get these double underhooks here.
Palsson drags his man to the mat. Now maybe looking to take the back here, but Hussain trying to back his back up to the cage. Great defense from him. Big knee from Palsson. He's got to be careful of his back here, Dean, hasn't he?
Yeah, Palsson's opting to keep the pressure against Hussain. And you see the way that Hussain maneuvered his arm around now, so almost like he's giving Palsson a hug. Palsson would do well to have elevated his head to that position, clear the arm and take the back. But, I mean, the cage in this affordance here is really Hussain's friend. Palsson was looking for an armbar there, but Hussain is going to sense that coming a mile off. Immediately fires his elbow to the mat, and now again looking to sit in half guard.
Yeah, Hussain showing that savvy jiu-jitsu on a few occasions now, just managing to get the quarter guard and then back into full half guard. But it's been all Palsson really offensively thus far. Hussain moving back towards those butterfly hooks he tried to take advantage of earlier.
Palsson doing a great job of staying out of that optimum range. Oh, catching a punch, straight right hand from Palsson. He does a great job. See the way he moves away from the legs. He's trying to stop the sweeps and the submissions being taken hold of. Hussain takes a second there to collect himself, almost like he's looking for a way in, David.
Yeah, he's got a very interesting style, Hussain. I mean, he's clearly, Dean, not afraid of working from his back. And I wonder with some of those knockdowns, like that last knockdown there, with a guy so light on his feet like Hussain, he's throwing axe kicks and all sorts of unorthodox strikes. He's willing to go to his back as well. It's just a very interesting clash of styles here. Looking for the sweep here. Looking for the sweep, comes up on the half guard. Very tough on that overhook was Palsson.
Yeah, Palsson utilising the Uchimata takedown there. Now ends up on top, looking to pass the half guard. Full mounted position here. Watch for Palsson to raise up and put down these shots. Hussain doing the correct thing. He's breaking the posture and he's keeping him close to him. He's going to use the hips to escape away. He's got to be careful of the elbows, of course, with the pro rule set here, David.
Yeah, makes a massive difference to the game, but again, we see the great work from Hussain. It's so difficult to make a pass stick on him, Dean, isn't it? Just sneaking those legs through to half guard and then looking for that butterfly guard again. Very tricky customer.
Thunderous punches here from Palsson. as we edge toward the end of the round. Nice body shot there, the knee from Palsson. Hussain very calm and collected. You know, he's been here before, his jiu-jitsu's great, but he's just getting a bit smothered here by Palsson. Palsson known for his excellent top control, just his ability to keep heavy on his opponent underneath him.
Yeah, fantastic first round in the books for RVK MMA's Thor Palsson. Really putting the pressure on Qamar Hussain, but Qamar, as you mentioned, Dean, I mean, almost the principles of jiu-jitsu, really, that the survival off his back. He hasn't taken that much damage. When you think about how much Palsson seemed to be pouring it on in terms of offense, Qamar really negated most of the damage. He kept sneaking back to half guard. He got those butterfly hooks. He's dropped that first round, no doubt, but certainly still in this fight, and it's a very intriguing clash of styles here at FIGHTSTAR Championship 12 in this main event of the evening. Second round underway.
And we see Palsson coming out to the unorthodox game of Hussain, and he just closes the distance and gets the top position. I'd like to see Hussain work the Kimura trap system. He's got an awesome Kimura from the bottom, but what I'm talking about is as you can see the left arm across the face of Hussain. I'd like to see him try and catch that before it initiates on the bicep control on his face and shout the Kimura to look for the submission or even turn it into a sweep.
Yeah, so difficult to work that half guard, isn't it, Dean, when you've got that cross face from the top, putting the pressure down on you. It's so difficult to get any work going. But it's very interesting in Hussain's style as well. He's able to throw those unorthodox kicks, isn't he, Dean, because he's not afraid of landing on his back.
Palsson now trying to work that right leg out of the half guard. And it's interesting to hear Palsson saying that he predicted a win by guillotine in the first round. So now he's tasted the jiu-jitsu game of Hussain, finds himself in the second round. And again, he's cupping the head, he's got the chin strap there, working the elbows to the body. He's just trying to serve to distract Hussain and get the right leg out of that half guard.
Yeah, I've seen the Mendez brothers take advantage of a choke from within the half guard with that little wraparound, but to say that Hussain gets the chin control off and now looks to get busy himself, but he hasn't really been able to make anything stick, has he, Dean? He hasn't looked like being able to sweep his man as of yet and get underneath his posture and really bother him, has he? Palsson
stuck to his game plan. If you had a blueprint for a key to victory, it would be to work the hand, set up the takedown, staying clear of submissions from Hussain and stay on top and do damage.
Yeah, Palsson, strong top position here, trying to work the knees into the body of Hussain. Another big knee to the body. Now looking to get the back.
Hussain almost giving up his back there so he could roll to his own back position. He's going to look to utilize the hooks, but Palsson saw that coming and he did a great job of sprawling the legs down. And now he'll look to pass the side control. Excellent passing game here by Palsson.
Yeah, every time, though, Palsson looks to get into that full mount. At the moment, Hussain just being able to nip back into half guard and get that little quarter guard maybe. He's a very tricky customer. Palsson now, though, looking for the back. He's got one hook in.
Hussain saying very tight. He's going to try and keep his elbows tight to his body to stop that second hook coming in. But Palsson's got such a dominant top control on his base and his balance from this position. He's able to fire off and just pass effortlessly.
Yeah, continuing to pour on the offenses. Thor Palsson, the Icelandic fighter, just not giving Hussain anything to work with on the ground, staying so heavy on top. And I mean, I mentioned, Dean, Hussain not really taking any damage here, but he's not going to win the fight from here, is he?
He's got to switch this up, start working sweeps, start threatening submissions to keep Palsson off that top game. You can see here, look, he just drops his hips nice and heavy, keeps his base by holding the back of the head of Hussain, and he's punishing the body.
Yeah, clinical performance thus far from the RVK MMA fighter. Many, many fans here in attendance, made the trip over from Iceland. Great to see all these Icelandic MMA fans down here in Brentford here for this main event.
Palsson now doing a great job of kind of moving out the way of the leg game, the up kicks and the hooks there from Hussain. He's got to control the ankles in this position and pass. Palsson now looking to expose the back, and he often does this. He'll keep the pressure on to facilitate positions that in the end he wants, but he won't give away what he's trying to do.
Yeah, I like the way he's staying busy in between as well. He's peppering away the shots. And I mean, it is, from a jiu-jitsu perspective, Dean, I mean, it is impressive from Hussain, but he's just always on the back foot, isn't he? Constantly now.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of, like you said before, of kind of avoiding the strikes, but he's just turning his hips down too much and exposing his back and allowing Palsson to stay on top.
Almost a confused look in the face of Qamar Hussain over in the corner there, just wondering how he can stem the tide of offense here with this FSC lightweight championship on the line. Thus far it's been all Thor Palsson, just working the top game and smothering his opponent. Intermittent ground and pound is enough. And I just wonder, Dean, whether Hussain, we might see some of that unorthodox stand-up again in this round, and maybe a more willingness to try and stay on the feet, because he has been, I believe personally, he's been quick to give up the position on the floor, because he's obviously so used to working his brilliant half guard, but it's not working him for this fight. He's going to have to concentrate on staying on his feet.
Yeah, he's got to time the strikes, keep unorthodox, look for the knees as Palsson comes in and work those uppercuts.
Third and final round underway. Our referee David Swan does the duties, spinning back kick. Hussain looks for the takedown, but again, Dean gives up that position.
Yeah, he almost pulled Palsson on top of him now. Palsson's looking to take the back. Hussain's got to move away from the choking hand, and the way the fingers are pointing, that's the way out. So he's going to try and get the small of his back on the leg of Palsson, look up to the sky and shimmy out of that position.
Palsson using this body triangle now with the back control. Extremely difficult to shake somebody off from here.
This will be huge for Palsson if he can get a submission here.
Yeah, great pedigree of fighter, and as you mentioned, Palsson showing more strings to his bow in this fight. Almost exclusively on the floor and looking great doing it.
Palsson working the punches from the back, and we spoke about this earlier, didn't we? To stay active from this position, not just threaten the choke, really mix in the strikes to make your opponent think more of what's coming next and then sneak the arm underneath the neck.
Yeah, absolutely, and as we mentioned, looks good in the eyes of the judges as well. Because I mean, Hussain, I'm not saying Palsson won't get the choke, but Hussain is going to be a tough customer to get that with. He's a very experienced jiu-jitsu competitor, so let's see what happens here. Palsson looks for it. Difficult to see from our vantage point, Dean, whether it's under the chin or not. Both fighters with their back to us at this moment.
Yeah, there we go. And we see Hussain now work that escape. He's been here, I'm sure, over 1 million times. They're training at Hodges in London. So he's very calm under fire. I mean, it looks like Palsson is a little bit off to the side of the body. He needs to be square on the back of Hussain to get that leverage.
Good work from Hussain to get out, and he's back in this familiar position.
Palsson again, more of the same. Finds himself in the butterfly guard here. And Hussain looking to elevate one of those legs and almost sweep to the side, but Palsson saw it coming and he skipped there and retained his base.
Palsson content to chip away with the kicks here. Oh, and a big right hand. That one connected. Again, looks for that chin strap control, Dean.
Palsson there looking to his corner, and I think they told him to take the back. So he's going to sprawl his hips down now and try and expose the back. But Hussain very, very savvy off his back. He's going to use hip escapes here. He's going to use elevator hooks, butterfly hooks to further retain the guard position. Looks like half guard again for Hussain on the bottom.
Yeah, Hussain, again, he's been in this position so many times, this butterfly guard here. Maybe he was looking to come underneath for a leg maybe there, but it's too easy for Palsson to stand up out of those butterflies, isn't it, Dean?
Yeah, I mean, in these later rounds, the sweat almost certainly plays a part. You could see Hussain working for the double overhooks in that butterfly position, trying to get a sweep, but Palsson was just able to stand up and slip his arms out of there. Hussain keeping a very tight guard. He's got the foot tied up there on the small of Palsson's back, and he's controlling the head very well. What he's trying to stop is that. He's trying to stop Palsson getting up, getting leverage, getting distance, which in turn translates to power.
Yeah, he just hasn't been able to get anything going with the posture and base that Thor Palsson has showed throughout these 3 rounds. He's done everything right, Dean, hasn't he?
He's doing a great job of utilising top control. He looks like he might be working a guillotine here with an arm in, but it's questionable whether he wants to go to his back.
Hussain finally comes on top of a sweep and maybe looks to get the back here. Beautiful work from Hussain, looking for this back take. Wow, Palsson right at the last second turns it down, and you saw then Qamar Hussain shake his head with a little wry smile. I think he knows today isn't his day.
He's got to keep diligent though, he's got to stay in this fight.
That is all she wrote, all 3 rounds in the book. Massive performance here from Thor Palsson in this FSC lightweight contest. Credit to Qamar Hussain. I mean, showed a lot of principles of jiu-jitsu really, Dean. I mean, he didn't take too much damage, but he was just never able to get the sweeps or submission attempts going, was he?
He's almost too confident in his jiu-jitsu, allowed himself to be on the bottom, and Palsson's top control was just negating those sweeps and submissions. And Hussain really just played a game of catch-up, and Palsson was the one that was ahead.
Yeah, we go to our judges, but in truth, we all know what the result will be. Thor Palsson with a commanding performance through 3 rounds here. Just too much in top position for Qamar Hussain. Looks to take this FSC lightweight championship back to Iceland and the RVK MMA team. Here we go to our MC for the final verdict. But from me, David Leatherby, and Dean Midhat, thank you and good night from FIGHTSTAR Championship 12.
Let's go, Hussain! Woo! Hey, mate.